Dean, an emphatic win. How do you, I guess, reflect on that game as a whole?
Yeah, I think, first thing, I got KB sitting next to me, and, Jack White being out of the roster, for this game, and thought what he showed us, against Perth in the second half, the defence that he played, the way he connected on offence was a no-brainer for him to start and play big minutes today. And I think I looked at the box score at halftime. He plus 20 when he's in the game, and it's just what he does. He helps our both ends of the floor execute really well, and did a good job. For the group, there's not often you make 23s. It's impressive effort offensively, but it's at the other side. It's hard to win games when you give up 37 free throws. So there's the good in the area of improvement right now. But thought we were challenged at different times and held our nerve pretty well and closed it out.
Historically, you guys are incredible at starting games at home against the Adelaide 36ers. How important was that coming into this one tonight?
Yeah, probably. We kind of talked about teams, and the other NBL games going into away venues and, getting some really good, margins. Southeast going into Perth and Brisbane going into Tassie, and it's like, there's some statistics saying if the away team wins the first quarter, there's a higher percentage of winning and stuff. So we talked about that one, and but again, we just wanted to get off to a good start, and I thought we moved the ball pretty well early on.
What were the points you were looking at tidying up coming into this one?
Defensive rebounding. I just thought there was an area that we've been pretty solid at all year, and then last few games we've just given up too many second chance points and that. So I haven't seen the numbers, but we win the rebounding by 10, which is pretty positive. They got a lot of things to deal with. Davis is so quick. And rejected us a little bit today, and he caused some problems in us in that turning into fouls by the next movement that he makes. Jarrell played a little bit more at the 5 tonight, which was something that we were thinking could happen, and the shooting threat that he is at 5 and how we cover that. So, Montrez in the post is always going to be a tough cover, whatever kind of coverage you give him.
Kyle, how do you sort of view the challenge of moving into that starting unit tonight?
The group and Dean gave me a lot of confidence, and obviously, Whitey's such a keen, impactful player on our team, just relentlessly rebounding, doing all the little things that he does. So kind of like what Dino hinted on, I was just, trying to do those little 1%ers that, I pride myself on. And, it wasn't perfect, but, I gave it a great effort, and, proud of what I was able to do tonight.
Can you talk through the chemistry of this bench unit, which I guess you're usually a part of? 53 points off the bench is pretty outrageous tonight to Adelaide's 12.
Yeah, obviously we're, very talented starting 5, but we've got a lot of guys that, put in the work every single day coming off the bench. Flynn was, elite shooting the ball tonight. I think really, had moments where he took over that fourth quarter, and, that's what he does. That's what his experience has, enabled him to do. I think we just got such a great group, 1 through 13, that kind of plays for each other, loves each other, and, it's always fun playing that type of basketball.
Dean, how do you view the altercation and, I guess, your guys' response off the back of that in the last quarter?
The play started with us taking a charge. I thought we just did a good job of, getting in front of people and, putting our body on the line for the team. Anytime, there's punches thrown and things like that, the league's going to deal with it the right way. And, I thought we supported each other, through that period. And, we're pretty clear when we came out the other side about how we wanted to get the win.
Adelaide sort of clawed and made their way back with about 5 minutes left halfway through that last quarter at the end of the game. How did you guys, Kyle and Dean, both sort of, I guess, stretch that lead out back to 20 and, seal the game?
Yeah, I think we just had to get our defense right. They put a small ball group out there. They put shooting groups out there. Forced us to be in more switching. The first couple of times we just didn't get it quite right. Then we sorted it out, and then later on we matched it with a small ball group as well, and putting people in different positions and it's just something that we're going to continue to work on with the different lineups on the floor. But yeah, I want to. Flynn Cameron made some big shots in that fourth quarter, and he's just shown all throughout this year when there's opportunities for him to step up and he gets extra minutes, he's really grabbed them.
How impressed are you with him and I guess his step up to that sort of elite level player that we know he can be this year?
Yeah, it was a part of our review after last year to say, Kyle, Tanner, Flynn, we really want, it's a part of how we get better, and I think, all those three guys have really, shown and improved this year, and to say, in a 5-game playoff series that their value is going to be huge coming down the stretch if we're good enough to get to that point.
How valuable is Flynn's adaptability, the fact that you can play off the ball and on the ball?
Yeah, your combo guards are so important in this league with all the pressure and disruption that comes around, and so that's exactly where he sits right now. He can be a point guard. He can really score the ball, which is the thing that I think is his true weapon. And then, who he can guard. He's just has the ability to go to point guards, has the ability to go to threes, and has the ability to switch onto a 4 with his strength as well. So, really versatile, in both ends of the floor.
Is he learning a little bit from Ian too? The way he comes off the bench and impacts?
Yeah, with Ian come off the bench these last couple of games, it's that we've got multiple scoring punches, coming into the game. So, I think those two have pretty good chemistry about how they talk about the game and see it. And both of them were aggressive tonight, which is what we want.
How did you assess the altercation? Take us through it for starters, like in terms of Rob on the floor with Trez.
Yeah, I haven't really watched it back too much, so it's only what my eyes saw at the time. And we take a charge. There's a push that escalates a little bit to a little bit more, and I think once everybody got in there, and the referees the league will deal with punches if they've connected, and what happens with that one. So
So what would you say to your players on that side of things to try and maybe simmer the tensions a little bit better? Would you call on that, or are you happy with the way they reacted?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it back yet, but I didn't think we did anything to super escalate the situation. I thought our intention, once it got heated, was to diffuse it as quick as we could.
There was an altercation between a fan and the 36ers players. What would your message be to Melbourne United fans going forward? Yeah,
it's something you never want to see, right? The fans are there to view the game and support the game, and you never want to see a crossover between players and fans. You want to see it in the part of engagement and stuff like that. But obviously we've crossed the line. In the game there where they've reacted to whatever's been said, and it's something that we don't want to see.
How have you found your team in terms of coming back from that New Zealand Breakers game? Was that a big marker in your season now? You never want to get back to that spot again?
I don't know. Some teams are going to play exceptional basketball in different games, and I thought they were magnificent. And the only concern for me was that our plan A, plan B, plan C didn't seem to affect what they were doing on that night. And we'll go back and watch next time we get to play them. We'll watch what we did wrong, but we'll also be watching what other teams are doing when they play against them, and if there's anything that we can learn to be better next time we play them, we'll go and hopefully put in a much better performance.
Kyle, are you feeling, I guess, a bit more confident, or a lot more confident, I guess, shooting that free ball? It's starting to look a lot better compared to sort of last season.
I know everyone in the gym thinks it looks a little funky, but I work on it. Yeah, I work on it every day. So, this group gives me a lot of confidence to shoot the ball, and I definitely had some moments in the fourth quarter where I should have shot it, and I didn't hear it, the end of it from my teammates. So they're just testament to this group and how much confidence they give me. But I'm definitely really trying to work on that and make that a threat in my game.
How do you work on that from a confidence and I guess mindset point of not hesitating to shoot that free ball when they leave you wide open?
It's just just trusting the work. Like I said, I work on it every day, and I just got to keep being more aggressive. I'm kind of selfish at heart as a player. I like to get my teammates involved, and we got so much talent on this team. It's important to pick your moments, but it's also important when your moment arises, as any player, just take it with full aggression and full confidence.
Was it hard today not to become Chris Gordon conscious after his big performance last week?
The best thing about that guy is that he's liable to go off at any moment. So, as a kind of connector, as a four-man, I'm always trying to get him open. And I think we're starting to build a really good chemistry of, those handoffs and screens. And, that's all you can really do as a big guy, just, try to get him open because he doesn't need a lot of room to get that thing off.
Cool. Just want to congratulate Kyle, who got a call up to the Boomers. Obviously, Jacob Chance leading the group, CG putting the singlet back on, Flynn Cameron, and then Shaylee's got a late call up to the Tall Blacks game in Christchurch. So really proud of our guys to head into the FIBA window and represent their countries and do the club proud.
How proud are you of Jacob Chance, just on that note quickly?
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of windows. It was my first experience with him coaching a window, having him as an assistant coach, and that led to him, a little bit coming to our club from what I saw from him in that. And so, he'll do a magnificent job. It's always something that you feel like you're going to be underprepared because you only have a couple of days to put a group together. And but I think he's got an elite group of guys, and they'll do great.